200 damage. Good God, that is so much.
Yeah, he's putting in work. Both 4-man smokes, both times were tanked by the Sven, so you kind of say worthless to Sven.
It's not the lower division, the intermediate division below this one. And there's a player in that division called Kozzy. I know you've met him and maybe know him well. And killed pretty quickly, but Sada, thinking about going in here. He does have a whole bunch of damage. The Sven pops his ult to punch some cogs. Filipino Fish doing his best to just get out of there as fast as he can. Huge ult comes in from the Hoodwink, and the stun whiffs. Slow, out. Ooh, looks like he whiffs the spear, but there is a big catch from Ghost once again onto 3 heroes. Not enough to save the Fish, and now looks like the Sven is caught out, and I don't know, maybe maybe
that... Because... Yeah, I don't know, I feel like Johnny, I mean, I don't think he cares. He was already low HP anyway and low mana. He gets to go to base for free. He's got 2 braces. Wait, mid.
Mid lane. Sand King's diving. Ghost hits him with a Glyphnia. Says no, you're not chasing me.
Sorry.
Rev, you need to be careful. BKB comes out. Oh, so close to bursting in the Shadow Blade. Sand King comes out. Is this the Laralul mid Sand King, do you think?
I think it's still Fleck, Radiant. I know that Johnny plays a lot of Axe, so it'll be offlane. Yeah, his BKB was a cooldown anyway, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think that was the Hex reveal. Dies from like, or gets super low from like 2 hits from the troll, and the troll dies anyway because he's 1 HP when he comes out of the Wyvern ult.
Good to see.
The Ursa really can't man-fight him with the build that the Axe has.
Awesome pickup, by the way, Ilstaya, detecting that earlier on.
It's just because
look out, there's that blink. Troll decides to go into the bug. The bug pops his ult and is squirming away as fast as he can. Returns with the Glyphnia, but they did see that his supports were behind him. Reverie doing what he can to run away. They do have the low ground. Johnny's here, but Johnny doesn't have his ult. Beautiful save from Ari there. Gets inside MGC. Looks like they might just sack. Yeah, sack Ghost.
Yeah, so I think they stayed there because they did have a...
This Weaver, can you let it slip through again? Like... It just does so much, and maybe it was just Ghost making it look good, but it's got like vision, harass. Decides to call. Pulls himself into the creeps to try and get some more damage, but Johnny's just going to pop Shivas and leave. Senses that the whole team is coming. Axe is not going to... I watched these teams last night, Slaughter Gang versus Austrian Painters in the Phoenix League Upper Division. Specifically, I watched Slaughter Gang last night, and they played an excellent first hands onto that rune. Oh, nice little snatch. And all of a sudden, Storm Spirit will need a bottle refill.
Yeah, and that's kind of the benefit of when you run this slot mid is... You don't even...
They get the stun off of the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit still has a little bit of mana. Might be able to get out of there yet. He's zipping. He's doing what he can. A Clockwork looking on the side. Gets the hook shot just to sort of save for now. He does have the rage and decides... Ghost was the star feature of that show.
From each team, it would definitely be Ghost and Johnny for MVP.
Yeah,
they
for sure.
Put in a huge amount of work. I feel like RE did a serviceable job. Burst capabilities are pretty shit now at this point.
Radiant's bottom tower is
and Ghost once again just being an absolute pest. Drop. Oh, mind you,
it's had a lot of pain.
Back. And he's coming up on 6.
So.
One core, but don't often see it picked up on as a position 3. So
yes, the Pentaseer.
Making mistakes.
I think the other one's better, and I'm pretty sure.
Blink in. That is a huge initiation from the clock, and now the Fish is caught out of position, and he might just go down as well. Big back wall. Is the back wall enough to save the Fish? No. Slidar goes down. MTC hastes himself to get out. Bumping into is the issue with Mars removing the trees of Hoodwink. So there was a bit of counter synergy there. But in this case, Mars is on the enemy team.
Reverie, why did we pick you this dog shit hero? They're definitely. The thing is, Reverie is.
It just sort of bullies him away. Okay.
I don't know if that was worth it for the Ursa. He's now, you know, quarter HP.
There is so much damage coming out of this Radiant team, by the way. Like, there's a lot of damage coming out of this Radiant team.
Yeah, and again, that's the benefit of this. If you're using an Orchid to kill the Hoodwink, I think you say that's value. And I don't know if the Sven just straight up doesn't care about being Orchid, I don't think.
No, I think he presses his Warcry in the, or
Yeah.
damage, and how it might be lacking in some places, it is not lacking on that huge Fish's Club. They are looking for more
Slaughter
too.
is just scary.
I mean,
seeing
that Storm Spirit. Is the Storm Spirit dead? He is! Where did that silence come from?
It's an
on the
Orchid
fish.
from Slaughter, which is pretty normal kind of build.
Pretty good,
Exact.
I reckon. Okay, so Johnny gets the call onto that bug once again. Stun comes out. Johnny caught. Right clicks in that troll, his first blood material. Down he goes, Ghost goes down as well, but he doesn't care. He takes first blood as a support Weaver. That will be an early earn on him. Ooh, I'm a dog with a ball and I'm running and running and looking for something to catch. It's like when I play against Tinkers or Storm Spirits. But then when it's a Weaver,
The Padrino techies a lot.
Okay. We see the Brewmaster band. Brewmaster is usually a specialist hero, like obviously for that Sven.
Yep, nice little kill.
Darks is rotating over, but he doesn't have wall. He does have mech. I think he's just trying to spook him off a little bit, but he might need to be careful, or that Clinks might do some real damage to him. All of a sudden,
I think maybe he could have lived. And I think instead of going for the overwhelming blink, he goes for a Wind Waker instead. I think that's probably the better item here. Even necessarily need a bottle, but if you do, you. Oh my god.
that is quite a lot of damage. Oh, meanwhile, Life Stealer goes down. Might have overextended. That Wyvern is stacked. Filipino Rules is absolutely stacked. I guess second net worth.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I feel?
And the Ursa is showing the power of the Abyssal Blade as well. I kind of wish Reverie didn't go for the...
Yeah, super obnoxious in lane. Hey, I've also noticed MGC has decided to not take the speed buff, but instead take the attack speed, which is interesting. I've seen that played as like a hard position.
Getting to have a nice, really chill time now. He has got his blink.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Okay,
under
Is he
Blink on
gonna
Ursa.
go Roche? No, he's gonna go bottom. Probably wait until it's...
And put himself ahead, or is it the Slardar hitting his 6 and finds someone in lane, strips armor, and puts him down?
I think it's pretty even, to be honest.
Yeah.
Crow Reverie.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Okay,
Hey,
well, think
I
like...
just want to say this too really quickly, because we are about to have a bit of a chat about Reverie's hero. Just in time, he does get the call off. Is the Sand King gonna initiate with his ult? No, they're just gonna let the axe burn, but this axe just won't die. There are 5 heroes hitting him, and he's just not going down.
Make the ultimate.
Is that Wyvern mid? Wyvern 3?
Yeah. Yeah, Wyvern mid. I mean, hero is strong, really good versus troll.
Hang on.
I think they just had the items on Radiant that just enabled them so much more than on Dire. As I said, they have two Desos, one that...
Space, and
Hitting-
they lose their... Oh
Troll
no,
here.
Reverie, you need to be real careful
Don't
because there are
have
3
the
very angry heroes, but Axe is
ulti.
about to get a tremendous call, I think. Oh, the stun catches him now. He's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Looks like he decides to
popped ulti
backtrack,
and
he
runs
loses
away.
the corrosive haze, and he's out of
Filipino
there.
Rules
But
is
Mars is
molding
caught out
because-
of position, and he is immediately...
And
But,
it's an
I
important
mean, Radiant's
field.
electing to stay, right? And if they stay, they are in a whole lot of trouble. The root comes out to keep that Storm Spirit in place, but good god, there is some damage coming out, and that Storm Spirit just vanishes. Of course, best hero. And where before, you would take some harass, but you'd still secure creep. Secure last hits, and you can sort of pull the lane where you need it to. Now it's cranky
You're so
fish.
lucky. That was not luck. That wasn't even skill on. No offense to Filipino Rose, but it wasn't even skill on his part. That was just a mistake by Huncho, tanking
You're
like,
so
it was like
lucky.
5 tower shots.
Whew.
That would have been impressive if he sniped in there. Do you know Factory of the Weaver? Quick.
Now that
Very well timed vacuum to interrupt the Storm's cast animation evolve. But even then, as I said before, you can vacuum,
Okay,
which I think
alright.
is still better than
that
a skeleton
skeleton
appearing when you die.
That's
Even Miranda's is better than fucking Fixes. So
That's actually pretty garbage.
I just
The obnoxious. Okay, now Troll is a fast farmer. Once Troll has a Battle Fury. With the start he has had rather. What minute are we?
I think you expect that in the lane because the cooldown of Death Pact is, I thought it scaled, but no, it's 40 seconds or level. Obviously you get charges level 3 and 4, but
Beautiful
Nice.
catch from Johnny.
yeah, nice call. That was just on the very edge. The Ursula's
And thanks for supporting the Australian Dota scene. We can't do stuff like this without you. Shout out to Phoenix League as well for letting us do what we do. So, Ilstaya, thanks for an awesome cast, mate. And hopefully, I can see he's got a wand, and then what? He's got 2 Mithril Hammers queued up because he's thinking maybe Deso.
going for a Deso, but I don't know if that's the right play against a Sven. Galvanized stacks, which is something you always have to remember playing against a Storm. That you're not just, it's not just deaths for Golden Egg.
Rev on his famed clinks. And what's this all chat that we're getting here? Okay, let's go. It's more traditional one. What do you think this hero plays?
Most likely it's gonna be a 5. I don't think you
10
can carry Sven second.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it's possible if they.
And again. But what's surprising to me is that from my memory of this game, yeah, the Slaughter boys had. Looks like they might try and make a tower play here. Do you reckon that's just to like draw some attention? Do you think they're actually going to commit here? I guess I got the Aegis still.
He just didn't prioritize getting a sentry out. I think that was literally it.
Here's a question: how is this troll caught up to this primal after the lane he had?
Or, especially from such a huge range, be able to kill the axe and kite him. And because he had no BKB, he was getting slowed so much by the Arctic Burn and the Witchblade that he just. Yep, I think anyone not wanting to grieve themselves would probably bet based on draft that Radiant takes this one.
But that's not to say on the hero, Blink on Earthshaker, for example. And I've seen Eternal Shroud getting picked up a lot on Sand King. And it is quite a good item, of course. But ooh, Rod is done on Ghost, and they catch the rat. The rat is in a whole lot of
Run. And now we have the Darkseer with the perma spell lifesteal thing going off.
so.
That was Harold drafting, and I think.
Oh, I think they were
didn't enjoy
cooking
it.
something.
He didn't want to draft. I think his team was flaming him. it's hard to not provide utility and, benefit your team with these three heroes. Same with Sven and Hoodwink. Bushwhack.
Caught him. Was he just out of position there? Cheeky stun from the start?
And Revery's dead.
Ooh.
Yeah, and this time 40 seconds on his TP.
Yeah,
not
for
worth.
you. Looks like Filipino rules might need to be a little bit careful because he's posturing on Huncho here, but that bug is just waiting for nighttime to slither on in. Filipino rules takes a right click, thinks he might be safe. Rule is chasing him. He should just get away here, right? Even though he has been dusted.
Gleipnir in 1 second.
There's the Gleipnir. He might have to pop his
He
ult
does
here, but
have-
the silence comes.
Yeah, a tiny bit of an advantage, and it just becomes such a nuisance. So I think you ban it. To me, Ghost was the MVP of game 1.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But that's not to say as a
Makes
melee hero
matchups
is
much
very, very difficult to pass into, to play into. As I've played against a Storm Spirit recently, as Earth Spirit.
They could let the Wyvern kill the axe. If it was just Ursa that they were relying on killing him, he's probably staying alive forever. But having a ranged
Maybe they were just thinking too much about what they want to do and not what the enemy team was going to do, and so they picked this Clinks hero.
I mean, yeah, it's possible. I mean, to play the Devil's Avocado.
Oh, sorry. I thought maybe RFA was in a whole bunch of trouble there, but he's not. I think maybe once Huncho has himself an extra bracer, a wand, these sort of things, this lane gets in trouble as well. Storm Spirit lurking on the back lines, looking for someone to get soft enough for him to zip in and burst, but they're all pretty healthy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
God, this dinosaur is scary. He's pretty stacked himself. Blade Mail already up.
I think that's just the death of Huncho feeling overconfident that he can stand there in the sandstorm and be. Reverie is the dumbass. And I am going to ask him what he was thinking after this. But he's played enough comp games to. They use spells on me. Ghost does now have a Gleipnir. This man is.
Oh,
I mean.
wow.
His techies and Ghost's own team bans out the Pudge. He's probably depressed about that. And he's got a smoke. I think they should go for a kill with Axe and Snap and the Hoodwink. They've got a lot of damage. They can probably kill anyone.
Well, it looks like. No?
Okay, I think they can still go.
I think so too.
Storm does
Oh,
have
he's waiting for
buyback,
rage.
but-
He was waiting for rage.
And he gets a courier.
Courier has been killed.
Wow, look at this hero, man.
Slaughter though, hungry, spots it. Will have brought.
I don't know if that wall was worthwhile casting, but whatever. Ari is relatively poor, all things considered. Team, I think the Slaughter really put in a lot of work. Ghost as well. Honestly, this game I think was a bit more of an even spread of people putting in work.
Might be going for a big ult, but they ping him out.
Ooh.
Gleipnir straight into the trees, and he's going to do what he can to get out of there, but he's in a whole lot of trouble. He's just going to pop his ult in hopes that maybe he has some impact. Troll is lurking on the sideline with Rat. or more than anything, the reason this hero needs to go, get rid of it, get it out of my fucking game, dude, is because when you catch someone with your shackle,
Yeah.
he pops his BKB and he's gonna try and just walk right out of there. The
Should
ward
be
goes
able to
down.
just out.
Really not seeing Bloodsport have the same impact. We've all had that
Getting
fish
all-
blink on us and just absolutely annihilate us in
Well, he doesn't.
you know,
He doesn't even have blink yet, but it's just these heroes that can buy an orchid. The kind of point where the Weaver's damage falls off a little bit, and your Sven obviously doesn't provide a lot of damage. That's not what you're picking it as a support. So when there's no
blink on Axe too,
Wyvern-
by the way.
Yeah.
Of the Wyvern's head.
Oh, I don't know.
He was taunted, but he moved to the right there. I have to go back and watch it.
Maybe some weird pathing thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Who is playing what?
It is Radiant's man.
On Radiant side, well, you're in luck because here's one that I prepared earlier. Radiant side, we've got RE1 Filipino rules.
Just in a
Nature
1v1, it sort of is relatively even. He's got a level 6 now, so he's not too scared of dying. I don't think that the Primal can kill him by himself.
Oh, Dark's here. Pops his wand and
Yeah,
he's okay. I mean, Dark's here off to a pretty good game, 14-0. You'll love to see that.
Yeah. That was a pretty messy fight.
It was, yeah. And a long fight, too.
Yeah, I think Dyer got most of the stacks. I think, just by virtue of Sandstorm.
Me rotating in, and this time he's brought the rat and the crab with him, but the crab is so slow from that Arctic burn. Ghost still just in between three heroes and harassing. They do example, a few whiffed hook shots, these sort of things, but it is a comp setting, and there is a lot of pressure on these guys. So maybe in the draft, they didn't quite think it through so much. Maybe you'll have it. Oh, looks like there's a ping bottom. Versus ping in the Axe, but Axe is once again onto him. Look at this deep vision coming out from Radiant, by the way. Catch you in the next one.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright, night guys! So he can just destroy a tree whenever he wants. What I would like to have seen my team doing is planting the tree for the Master Spear into. Could you imagine how hype that would be, Ilstaya?
I am curious to see how this mid lane plays though. The changes to static slide. I think it looks like Huncho is winning.
Like he's coming up on his Ags as well. Okay.
Yeah, so far it feels like a pretty even game. I it's nutty. It's very reminiscent of Viper and Razor Bloodstone when that was a thing.
He did 6,200 damage just then. 6,000. Strong early game from them can be spooky. So taking a bit of harass down here, but that's just what's going to happen in a rat lane. 2 melees into a rat and an axe.
But it doesn't provide any lockdown for the Weaver, which is sort of usually more so the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think is Zeus being peaked at Riyadh? I don't know.
Get out of there!
Nah, he's gotta,
Let's kill onto the clockwork. Meanwhile, Storm zipping around in the background, killing his supports. Pee-wee.
Trouble. No matter now on the
Worry,
Storm.
you need to be careful. it's always very strong, but it's only really ever strong in the right hand, so... Is there a Brewmaster player that I'm not aware of? Maybe. I'm sure there is. I'm still learning these teams at the moment. Trouble and is already dead before any of his team can respond. Meanwhile, Sven bumps into Axe, stuns him, walks away.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Oh
he
no,
might have
maybe not. Johnny decides to blink, gets the...
in armor at the moment. That means he is hitting hard. And Reverie is chilling bottom.
That hero is just the biggest pain in the butt. It doesn't matter what lane it's in, whether it's 1, 5, 4. I've even seen it midded. I've seen there's a player I know who plays it as a nice strong start for Team Radiant.
Link's showing that he is a terrible hero. And he has queued up arcane boots on the Clinks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bob's cast. Sorry to keep you waiting on that one, but here we are. I've got Ilstaya once again coming along to...
The Ghost is carrying his team right now.
I'm not opposed.
That was a nice TP. It was a little bit slow dropping the sentry at the start, but they still do eventually get the kill.
Kiwi on Sven, Ghost on Weaver, Filipino Rules on Winter Wyvern, Hunter George on Sand King, Slaughter Gang CEO on Hoodwink, Johnny on Axe, RFA on Snapfire, and Reverie on...
But I think that overcommittal has now given the advantage to Radiant.
I think so too. These are two heroes you don't want to accelerate.
Same, yeah. I can't remember who it was instead of
Feast, so are we going to see the Weaver come out again? Yeah, but this time the enemy team decide to take it. Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Play it safe. But yeah, so earlier when they killed the Sven with Clinks and Storm bottom at the Rags, that's kind of, I feel like, the only way
that you can sign to send to Valve to have Hoodwink removed from the game. If everyone could just drop on by, sign that petition for me. Meanwhile, top lane looks like they actually take the Primal Beast. I didn't actually see what they, how they. Okay. Sand King lurking on the sidelines. And he hasn't been scouted yet either. No vision. Maybe they caught him on this vision mid. Oh, Alexa stunned that Sven, but Sven does not have any magic.
You really get value out of this Clinks hero is you threaten the fact that you're going to take a lane or a building without someone TPing, and then ideally it's a support, and then you kill them with a plus.
Like a good Mars play. It's sort of hard to make Mars look good, because he is just an ult and a spear, but you know when you get those like cheeky off-kilter side spears and spear backs and just perfect initiations.
This was alone, which he was at the start. But you saw that how much damage that the axe was doing to the Ursa, and the Ursa couldn't really man-fight it.
That troll is taking a whole bunch of damage.
I think it's some insight.
Okay. I think maybe the tempo of the enemy team just put him down. I saw potential there, but I think they just needed more time. But anyway, Slaughter Gang did really well. At the moment is this Weaver. It is just so obnoxious. And it just gains HP, damage, so quick. Like, look at this. Who can bully the rat like that? Is it just this Weaver causing him pain? Speaking to the Weaver, rotating in behind this Slardar. Slardar in a whole lot of trouble here. Filipino Rules is trying to run, but there is Clockwork, a Weaver. And it felt like once that fish was blinking in, they were having a real hard trouble. They were just. It felt like it was always it became always a 4v5 fight. They were always picking the 5-minute delay on. So while the game's gone straight back up, you'll still have 5 minutes to talk sweet Dota to me, Ilstaya. You know, I've been casting the lower division. Call off, stun comes out from the crab, but in comes the Ursa. Huge initiation from Ursa. Snapfire trying to put some damage down onto them, but they might be moving just out of her range. That crab is running.
Mistaken. Just calculated how much damage the hits were gonna do.
Axe calls Ghost once again. Ghost does not have his ult this time, at least for another 1 second. Glipnir comes down on top of him and his ult comes up just...
4-man smoke, so I think you say worth as your spend there.
Space created, ping space created 5 times in chat. Guys, I'm not feeding.
As Muthi would say.
A lot of trouble here because that storm has hit 6, and even if he tries to slither away, he does have the zip to chase him. Oh, he does drop the static slide early, but he's surely the urn and the bug finish him off. Yep.
I mean,
A little tiny swarm on him. Like he had plenty of time.
Yeah, I think that was just a.
Resistance, so he might be in a whole bunch of trouble here. Rat will take that kill. Cheeky little side shot. But the Wyvern's here, and now Johnny's in a whole lot of trouble. That good start that he had is about to just slip right out, trying to get out of there. Weaver yules up into the air, and they should have the lockdown for him, but no, Clockwork gets a nice little stun off, and now he's the one who's in trouble. He gets his Weaver out, but he might be caught.
XP, it's also galvanized stacks, which help him farm, help him gank, just further enable the hero. So you don't want to feed him too many. And obviously he does lose 3 when he dies.
I think if we were to look at a heat map, the majority of his movements will be behind the enemy's mid tier 2, so...
Dire smoked here, they could get a nice kill on the...
To commit so much to catch the bug. Same with the Hoodwink, that's why I hate the Hoodwink so much, is you just have to commit so much to put it down.
Yeah, I mean, the Weaver, when it's a core, I think force for Radiant's win.
Alright, so, once again, we see the Tiny, the Rubik band out, and the Primal Beast. They look, obviously they plays that he was making in the previous game. And I mean, we're seeing that in his death score, 13 deaths. But ultimately, I'm seeing 5 heroes here that need to group, that need to make plays, that need to be around. Have Dust and Reverie just dies!
I don't think